Switching to Geico is a good idea, especially when you consider everything.
First off, Geico makes it easy to switch. They have licensed agents available 24/7 online or over the phone.
But if it's so easy, you might start thinking everything is easy, even big wave surfing. And it's not. It's actually quite difficult.
Well, if you switch to Geico, you could save hundreds on car insurance. And you could keep saving by bundling your motorcycle, boat, and RV, plus your home or renter's insurance.
But saving money might lead you to make some questionable purchases, like a 20-foot feather boa. And do you know how hard it is to clean a 20-foot feather boa?
Well, they do have an industry-leading mobile app you can use to pay your bill, file and manage a claim, or add a new driver.
But when life gets a little easier, it makes you too confident, and you start calling everyone Ace. And you're better than that.
Well, Geico has a 97% customer satisfaction rating and has been saving people money for 85 years. It's hard to beat that.
But you're right.
Switch to Geico. It's obviously a good idea.
Good morning. This is Send 7, World News in 7 minutes. I'm Namitha Raghunath, and today is Thursday, the 25th of March, 2021. Starting in Asia today, in Myanmar, a 7-year-old girl has been shot dead. She is the youngest known victim to be killed following last month's military coup. Kin Myo-chit's family said she was killed by police while she ran towards her father. This happened during a raid on their home in the city of Mandalay. Myanmar's military has been increasing its use of force as protests continue. A rights group called Save the Children say more than 20 children have been killed. In India, a new double mutant variant of the coronavirus has been found. It is called a double mutant variant because 2 mutations were found together in the same virus. Officials are checking if this variant may be more infectious. Officials say the variants are not responsible for the rise in cases in India. Yesterday, India reported the sharpest daily rise in deaths this year. Africa. In Ethiopia, the Human Rights Commission said yesterday that Eritrean soldiers killed more than 100 people in November. This happened during fights in the Ethiopian region of Tigray. This information comes after Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed admitted for the first time that Eritrean troops had crossed the border into Tigray and may have been involved in mass killings. In Libya, France will reopen its embassy in the capital Tripoli next Monday. French President Emmanuel Macron said this is to show support for Libya's new unity government. Libya's new unity government, led by Prime Minister Abdul Hamid Dbeibah, formed on March 16th. Previously, there were 2 rival administrations that ruled Libya's eastern and western regions. In South Africa, the government has sold its unused doses of Oxford AstraZeneca vaccines to countries in the African Union. This was announced yesterday. South Africa stopped the use of the jab because a small trial showed it was less effective than other vaccines against the local variant of the coronavirus. The Americas. In the United States, yesterday was Equal Pay Day. President Joe Biden invited members of the U.S. women's national soccer team to the White House. First Lady Jill Biden spoke at the White House to support equal pay for men and women.
A job is so much more than a paycheck. But our paychecks reflect how we are valued by our employers and even by our communities. How do we value women when they have to work 3 months and 24 days longer to make the same amount as their male colleagues? How do we value the Black and Latina women who have to work many months more just to make up that same number? Equal work deserves equal pay, no matter who does it.
Also in the United States, Police Chief Maris Harold yesterday paid tribute to Officer Eric Talley, who died at a mass shooting in a grocery store in Colorado.
One of our Boulder PD officers by the name of Eric Talley, who's been on the Boulder Police Department since 2010. He's served in numerous roles supporting the Boulder Police Department and the community of Boulder. And I have to tell you, the heroic action of this officer when he responded to this scene, Officer Talley responded to the scene, was the first on the scene, and he was fatally shot.
In Chile, Pope Francis has selected a sexual abuse survivor to join a Vatican team. The team focuses on education to stop abuse in the Roman Catholic Church. Juan Carlos Cruz is an international speaker for abuse victims. He was abused as a teenager in Chile by a well-known pedophile, Father Fernando Cardima. Europe. In Germany, plans for a strict lockdown over Easter were cancelled yesterday. German Chancellor Angela Merkel called the plan a mistake and said she was responsible for the change in plans. The plans for a lockdown was decided on Monday by German leaders, but it has been cancelled after a crisis meeting yesterday. The lockdown was criticized by business leaders and scientists. In the UK, all government buildings in England, Wales, and Scotland will now have to raise the Union flag every day. This is a new rule made by the Culture Department. Currently, flags are only raised on special days, like the Queen's birthday. But Culture Secretary Oliver Dowden said the flag is a proud reminder of the UK's history. And finally, in the United States, NASA said it will fly the first helicopter on Mars in early April. The helicopter, called Ingenuity, is the size of a chihuahua, a small dog. Send 7 listeners. Send us your comment on any news story by email to podcast@send7.org or send an audio message at speakpipe.com/send7. You can read the text of every episode at send7.org and follow us on social media at Send7Podcast. If you enjoy Send 7, please leave a review on your podcast app and tell everyone you know to start their day with Send 7. I'm Namita Raghunath, and tomorrow you will be with Stephen DeVincenzi. Have a great day.
Has it been a while since you flipped that thermostat from heat to cool? Turn to the experts at Griffith Energy Services before you do for an $88 AC start and check to make sure your AC is in tip-top shape. Griffith specializes in Carrier, but services all brands. Visit GriffithEnergyServices.com today. Your local Carrier expert. That's GriffithEnergyServices.com. License number MD-HVACR 01-2278.
Griffith Energy Services. Doggone dependable.
In the fight against COVID-19, testing offers another layer of protection in addition to vaccines. Go to vdh.virginia.gov and search by zip code to find a free COVID-19 test near you. A message from your Virginia Department of Health.